This is the ADQ interface in which you enter your credentials to enter the system. At present, we have authentication for native and LDAP. We have extended groups to provide flexibility, to provide permissions depending on your role within a group. So depending on your role, you'll be able to see data sources, view and edit data quality rules, view insights and remediations, but only on those areas where you have permissions to view and to edit. Here we're going to enter in as an administrator. So we've now logged into the system as an administrator, and the menu here highlights all the different data quality functions that we have access to. So you can see that we can add and view data sources on which data quality projects can be executed against. We can view our rule library and add to that. We can obtain some insights on the data quality projects that we have executed and remediations of those projects. And we can view and remediate data quality issues from our data quality projects. So here we're in the data source area where you can add and manage your data sources on which your data quality projects can be executed. So in this panel here, you can view and edit your data sources, or you can go and add a new data source. We're moving towards the marketplace selection of data source, and we firstly implemented the database source, and we will roll out other sources progressively. So depending on database type, the software will pre-populate some of the configuration steps. And a user can go through and fill out and connect to their data source. The rule library, and this is where a user can add, edit and delete their data quality rules. So here we're going to step through how to add a rule. So firstly, we add some identity information to the rule. So say, for example, you're going to add a financial room. You can give it an ID, and the system will give it a unique ID. And we're going to check an ISIN number here, provide a description. And then you can add your data quality dimension, and we'll select accuracy. The next step is where you can add some technical information. So this is our operational attributes. And then the third step here is where you can add any other information. And this is completely configurable by the client, even down to the tooltips provided. Then the final step here is where you select the data source on which you're going to apply your rule. So for example, I'm going to select an SQL source that I set up earlier, and I'm going to put that on some banking party data. And the query to extract that data is pre-populated for you. You can select the columns from that data set, what the break fields are, what your primary ID columns are, and so on. And then you can go and you can create your rule. So that's created the rule, and it has added it to our rule library. So once we're in our rule library, we can test our data quality rules that we have constructed. And we can also perform actions such as bulk actions. For example, we can edit, delete these, or promote these rules. Some other additional functionality is filtering your rules. So you may have a large volume of rules that you have created. You can filter, for example, on dimension here. Your rules can be in different states. For example, you may have just defined a rule, you may have a rule enabled, or you may have implemented a rule, and based on the state, you have different actions. So for example, you can promote and extract data for a defined rule. For an enabled rule, you can perform a workflow test. You can promote it or you can disable it again. So example of a workflow test is here. It provides information about the rule that you have constructed, and you can start your test on your data set, and you can view the results of that within your workflow tests here. You can perform bulk actions as well. For example, say you want to promote rules, and these are the rules that you have selected for promotions. You can hit promote here. Here we have some predictive insights. So what this graph shows is the learnt pattern of data quality breaks over time. The blue line here shows what we know has been the data quality breaks over time, and the black line here is the ML model, which predicts upcoming breaks based on what it has learnt in the past from the time series data.